Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Let's get straight into it. Hex.com, let's go. And hot off the press, a day 765. So what is this? The 5th of January 2022. Man, we had a pretty big decent pullback there, 18.2 cents, but we're still above support at 19 cents. So we're testing that 19 cents support again, and so that's a big day in the office for there. So let's move on. Return on investment multiplier from all-time low, 5th of January. 2020 is now 3,500. X excludes staking, of course. And also, I've got the payout TShare. Wow. Okay, so the price might be down 18 cents, but the payout for TShare is up at 7.921. So that either indicates that we've got some pretty big sacrifices happening with some early in stakes, or that there's possibly been a few hacks around or something like that, or will act. So definitely interesting. TShare price at the moment $3,995. So that's way cheaper than we had back on day 758, and of course that was 6,684. So way cheaper to pick up TShares to get some of this awesome returns at the moment. So just something food for thought on that one. TShare rate 20,183.8, up 6.1. Just going up to the right forever, pretty much. So average stake length in years 6.07, pretty steady over the last 3 days. And annual percentage yield rate, interest and in-stake penalties, 50.74%. So I think this is like maybe the 5th best day in history, or 6th best day in history, something like that. It's pretty amazing. 50.74% is amazing result. So congratulations to TShare holders, stakers. Very, very cool. Liquidity in the pool back up to 142.5 million. Now, it may seem a lot, but there's actually not a lot when we're expecting some big buyers to come in at some stage. And we're going to talk more about that towards the end of the video. So stay tuned for some of those insights for sure. Liquidity pool, $28 million in US, and the ETH is 1,259. Let's have a look at the valuations, and of course, total value locked just under 12 billion. Market cap 114.2 billion. That includes the origin addresses, of course, and of course the TShare market cap 42.41 billion. Total shares. This is a pretty key number here. 10,617,000. Up to 420. So if you've got TShares, you are, like I say, you're in a smaller class, and today is a relatively good one to pick them up because the TShare price, as we see, is 4,000, a lot cheaper than it has been. So food for thought there for sure. Let us move on to the total supply numbers, 637.6 billion, and minted inflation up just under 20 million there. Circulating supply 577 billion, up 73 million. So still increasing circulating supply a lot, but of course we've got the PulseX sacrifice at the moment eating up a lot of the circulating supply that's coming into market. Very, very cool. PulseChain and PulseX looks like it's if you combine the sacrifices, something maybe like around 10% of that circulating supply liquidity has been eaten up from approximately. So nice. Stake supply 60.5 billion, and that's down 53 million there. And stake to GA down 30 million, still sitting over at 1 billion there. I'm not sure what I just did there, but I think I might have gone to the beginning. And let me just take away that filter there. Yeah, accidentally did the filter. Let's get my filter day back. There we are. All right, just about lost it there, didn't I? So let's move on from there, and we will go to the stake coins. 9.49% staked. Wow, 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 wow. Remember that 3.69% annual inflation is going to stakers, and that's why we get this 38 to 50% returns, which include penalties, but amazing. All right, so payout there, 84 million to stakers, and penalties 41 million. Oh my gosh. Isn't that incredible? That's going to look beautiful on the chart. That really, really will. Total holders 404, almost 405,000 holders, up 427, looking pretty good. Stakers up 72, and 73,728, and total stakers up 155 to 93.716. Nice to see a little rebound in staking there, and current holders up 35 to 278,399. That's the results today for 765. Let's get into the real-time price. And yeah, we're definitely testing that support there. Let me pull it up to the daily candles, and we can see that play out. So definitely testing the support here. Around the 19 cents was the line. This is where we've got the support over here. You can see it here. That is the support line, 19 cents. and definitely coming down to test that at the moment. So we'll see whether we get a bounce off. The scenario of moving up is now getting reduced dramatically, obviously with the testing, but you never know. If we get a couple of these green candles, we could do it in 2 days, but that thesis of getting in early is played out pretty much like it did for PulseChain. So getting up here at the 34, 35 cent mark at the beginning. So running out of time. We've got the 9th, of course. We've got about 3 days or so, maybe just under 4 days now left to get in here to do the sacrifice before it goes up on the 10th by 5% on PulseX. So people will be watching that pretty closely at the moment. Let's jump over to liquidity in the pool. Yeah, T-shares back up at 4,100. The market price at Hex at 20.3 cents. Liquidity in the pool look back to pretty normal actually. Slightly down, 85% on USDC, so it looks pretty back to normal. And the T-share price obviously just pulling off a little bit there with the Hex price going down. But the share rate is going in purple there is just going up and to the right, and you can see another big step change that we had once we passed 20,000. That's going to this is the low end, folks. So later on in the life of X, this will start curving up exponentially, and this is actually the low part. So it might seem hard to believe at the moment, but that is going to be the case. The adoption, of course, is up to the right, and that's going to accelerate this year. You're going to see that to really start to curve up. It's going to be spectacular. You watch it. All right, so the payout per T-share, fantastic results, and you can see some of the good days that we've had here as well. As you can see, our best day obviously back here, 24.36, and then of course back here we had a 12.89. We've had, this day here, a 10, and then of course this day here we had 9.49, and this does in fact look like definitely number 5, 7.592. So congratulations to stakers, fifth best day in payouts to stakers. Very, very cool. All right, let's jump over to the maturing stakes over the next 15 years. Here we're going to look at the front end. You can already see it starting to look different, right? The front end's pretty cool, particularly on a daily basis. Obviously, in a month, you can still have a lot of stuff coming out in a month, but on the daily, you can. Let's quickly have a look at the 5 months or 6 month period. Let's go to overview. And we're going to scroll down and set up our chart because we forgot to do it before we went live, and or at least record this. So let's go down and do that. Let's jump down and wait for that to render. We're going to go into the date, customize the range. We're going to go to now and update that. We're going to have to go back in because I forgot to do the end period. So let's go now. Got to get this right. And let's show dates there. We're going to go months and go down to 6 months there. And update that. That should give us a nice little front curve. Yeah, cool. So we've got this first big stake coming out on the 9th, on the same day that the rate comes out. So that will be no doubt come out on the 10th. So it'll be interesting to watch that play out. And of course, then we have, the 30th of January, 1st of December, we've got 386 and 382. And then finally, we've got this one here, which restaked a little while back up to the 28th of February, just after the PulseX sacrifice finishes. So we've got 429,000 T-shares coming out by then. And remember, we've got 10.6 million in total, 429,000 here. And then we've got a big gap all the way to the 9th of May 2022. So we still have quite a bit in January here. As you can see, these bigger candles relative to these future months, but it is starting to break up over time, especially on a daily basis. So very, very cool. All right, so let's jump over to the Hexbot. And we'll jump past. We obviously had some really nice sacrifices, 10 million, etc. 21 hours ago. We had 3.4 million got early in stake, 314 days out of 1095, and that's a million penalty there. We got this one here got nuked. So this possibly it just got hacked. 2 million payout, 3 million penalty, 618 before 5555 days. So it does look like a hacked account. Couldn't imagine anyone else doing that unless they're really speculating on the PulseX. Would be my only expectation there. This one got nuked, of course, 3.3 million payout, penalty 4.5 as well. So yeah, 14.8 million there came out 30 million penalty here. Look at this. They got 21.8 million, an ROI negative 57%, 719 out of 2,000 days. So definitely something going on there. That was all about 11, 13 hours ago, so different times. 11 hours ago there. That early in-staked early 250,000 and 50 million here in-staked after 53 days. That's pretty normal. Probably see that roll over somehow. Lots of sacrifices going on in Hex. 1 point, and then this is when the prices started getting pushed down. So 6 hours ago, 1.1 million sold, 1.6 million sold 6 hours ago, and that's why we started moving, breaking down that formation from 22, 24 cents down, testing just under 20 cents there. 2 million sold 4 hours ago, 1.3 million sold, 1.8 million sold. 2 million sold, so this is what drove us down, folks. Just takes a couple of counts, that's all it needs. 1.8 million, and that sold 2 hours ago too. And that leaves us where we are today, folks. So very, very cool. Let's jump over to PulseChain, check that out. And PulseChain, let's refresh this amount. So let us have a look there. 366. So I think we're up to we're now over 380 million US dollars, including the non-Ethereum chain. Very, very nice. So over 380, looking cool. And that's a great result. In fact, I'm supposed to talk about that first. Let's jump over to PulseChain first. I think I'm ahead of myself here. So PulseChain, of course, this updates. We had some little updates here on testnet 17 hours ago, 20 hours ago on the ETHSAT server. And then, of course, we've got 3.2 second blocks at the moment, 257,705 blocks so far gone through. Blocks are just ticking away. So that's PulseChain. Sorry, now we get back to PulseX, and yeah, definitely up to over 380 million US dollars, looking very cool, heading up towards 400 million. Let's have a look at, of course, actually I got that doubled up there. And then, of course, if you want to do pulse.info, it has changed on the sacrifice, the way sacrifice, so read the instructions carefully. If you're doing all the ETH chains, then you can send to this one address. But if you are sending to other non-ETH chains like Binance, Bitcoin Cash, etc., you are sending, then you need to follow the following instructions. What ETH address you want to credit your sacrifice for, enter it below, and then you need to do the following steps as well. So that will click on. So just follow that, and you'll be perfectly fine. That's pulsex.info if you want to do the sacrifice. All right, let's jump over to Pulse Leads, and we'll refresh this too. And we're going to point out a few things here. We're going to do an update in the live later on today. You also get day 7 results as well. So definitely check that out. So 366 plus about 14 or 15 million, that definitely puts us over 380 million. And let's have a look at the amount of Hex, 800,000 Hex. 800 million Hex sacrificed so far. Wonderful. That's super wonderful, everybody. So looking good. The higher, the better. That gets off the market is huge, huge, huge. So nice, nice, nice. All right, let's jump away to the timeline. We are currently on day 24, I think, on the testnet 2.0. So let's go up to there, and let's have a look there. So yeah, 24 days so far on PulseChain testnet. Our plane's going to have to come down because the price has gone down, and so that's on the yellow line there. And of course, PulseX is moving along here as well. So I think we're in day 8 now as we head towards the 9th of January. It's the last day before the price increases by 5% after the 10th of January. So there's going to be a scurry there for sure. The other thing, of course, the big news around Funding Jim. Been doing wonderful with the doing his billionaire liaisons. 555 tour, got to meet some of these kind of people that Funding Jim's liaising with. This weekend, Funding Jim is going with some other members, super sharks in the community, to talk with the famous Kiyosaki, and that's going to open up a lot of opportunities there too. We may even get some videos on that. Looking forward to that as well. So pretty cool things happening, folks, and let's just keep going. So don't forget the HexPo online conference is on 6th to the 9th. You can see that on the timeline here in the red star at the top here, the 6th to the 9th. That is about to start within 1 day from now. 1 day from now, so don't forget to don't miss out that. I will leave the link in the video description, but it's basically hexconference.com, hexconference.com, and you can get to the site. Very, very cool. It's got amazing itinerary. It really will be spectacular. I'd suggest that most, if not just about nearly everybody that's on here, will actually be on the show, but it's a really, really fantastic to check that out. Finally, of course, check out Hex token on getter.com. Richard Hart's on there, and of course, get on there, join. I do appreciate all the followers that have joined so far. I will follow back, and let's build up this chain as well, because I really like this site for freedom and crypto. Perfect. All right, hope you enjoyed that one. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course. Any comments that you make, of course, I respond to those. And hey, don't miss today's update on PulseX Sacrifice full update later today in a couple of hours' time. So watch out for that live stream. It's going to be really, really great. All right, bye for now.